Welcome to Open University. In the last class, we were discussing about analysis of half-wave rectifier with capacitor filter. Under this, we are discussing some formulas about regarding like peak-to-peak ripple voltage, and then angle of conduction, then DC output voltage, then ripple factor. We are discussing about 4 formulas. Okay, there was 2 more formulas. Take the heading. Okay, the 5th point, that is your average diode current. Average diode current. Average diode current. Average diode current. See, this is your half-wave rectifier. Step down transformer, half-wave rectifier with capacitor filter. Okay, with capacitor filter. This is your RL. This is your capacitor. Okay, I want to find out average current through the diode. I denote it as ID average. ID average. I want to find out ID average. This is your ID average. Okay, and this is your IC average, and this is your IDC, average current through the load. So you can write using KCL here. Using KCL, your ID average equal to IC average plus IDC plus IDC. Give it equation 1. You see, this is your input waveform. Okay, alpha. This is your input voltage waveform, VA, and this is your output voltage, V0. Okay, now what is the output waveform? V0. The output waveform is something like this. Again charge, again discharge. Okay, it will be like this. Now during discharge interval, whatever amount of charge is lost by the capacitor, okay, whatever amount of charge lost by the capacitor, the same amount of charge will be gained by the capacitor during the charging interval. So charge lost by capacitor during discharge interval will be same as charge gained by the capacitor during charging interval. whatever amount of voltage will be reduced during the discharge interval, same amount of voltage will be gained by the capacitor during the charging interval. So I am writing the amount of charge lost by the capacitor during the discharge interval is same as the charge gained by the capacitor during the charging interval. So what is the charge lost in this interval? Q equal to, what is Q equal to? I into T. Okay, what is the current through the capacitor? IC average. So IC average into discharge interval, T discharge. Okay, and T discharge is approximately equal to T discharge, you can write T discharge IC average into whatever current is flowing through the capacitor in the discharge interval into discharge time will be your amount of charge lost by the capacitor during the discharge interval will be equal to charge gained by the capacitor during the charging interval. Okay, it will be, what is the charge gain? C into B here, Q equal to C into B. Writing wrong way. This will, please, sorry. Charge lost by the capacitor will be Q. What is the formula for Q? Q equal to C into B. Okay, Q equal to C into B. So during the discharge interval, how much voltage lost? By an amount VR. So C into VR is the charge lost by the capacitor. What is the amount of charge gained by the capacitor? What is the current flowing in the charging interval? IC average into charging interval. Let it be delta T. Delta T is your charging interval. This is your delta T. This interval is delta T. How to get charge lost by the capacitor during the discharge interval? Q equal to C into B. What is B? B is nothing but amount of voltage decreased by the capacitor during the discharge interval. So C into VR. This is the amount of voltage decreased by the capacitor during the discharge interval. So the charge lost is C into VR, and this is the amount of charge gained by the capacitor during the charging interval. This is your charging interval. Delta T is the charging interval, and Q equal to how much charge is gained? I into T. Okay, T is your delta T and I is your IC average. Okay, so you can get IC average equal to, you can write IC average equals to C into VR divided by delta T. Okay, what is C? What is VR? IDC by F naught C. IDC by F naught C. What is omega naught delta T? Omega naught delta T is under root of 2 VR by Vm. Then what is delta T will be 1 by omega naught, or you can write what is 1 by delta T? 1 by delta T will be equal to, if you take delta T this side, then it will be omega naught into under root of Vm by 2 VR. Okay, so C into VR into 1 by delta T into 1 by delta T. What is 1 by delta T? Omega naught into under root of Vm by 2 VR. So IC average equal to C into VR into 1 by delta T, that is omega naught into under root Vm by 2 VR. So here F naught omega naught will be cancelled, here will be 2 pi. Okay, 2 pi. Here C will be cancelled. Okay, C will be cancelled. So you can write IC average equal to IC average equals to 2 pi times IDC, 2 pi times IDC into under root of Vm by 2 Vr. Now if you bring this 2 to this side, to inside of the under root 2, then it will be pi into IDC into under root of 2 Vm by, not 2, it will be 4 Vm by 2 Vr. Okay, I am bringing this 2 to this side. Okay, inside the under root. So 2, 4 will be cancelled, in the numerator it will be 2. So you can write pi times IDC into under root of 2 Vm by Vr. This is your IC average. Okay, let it be equation 2. Do equation 2. My interest is to find out ID average current through the diode, which is IC average plus IDC. Now if you substitute, or if you substitute this IC average in this equation 1, substitute equation 2 in equation 1, then your ID average equal to IC average is IDC into pi into under root of 2 Vm by Vr. Okay, pi IDC under 2 Vm by Vr plus IDC. If I bringing IDC common, then IDC into 1 plus pi into under root of 2 Vm by Vr. ID average will be equal to this is the formula, IDC into 1 plus pi into under root of 2 Vm by Vr. What is Vm here? Vm is the maximum value of input voltage. What is Vr? Peak to peak ripple voltage. What is IDC? IDC is the average DC output current. Average output current or DC output current. So give the next heading. The last formula, that is peak diode current. Sixth point, that is your peak diode current or maximum diode current. Peak diode current or maximum diode current. I am denoting it with ID peak. ID peak. I am directly giving the formula for ID peak. Okay, the formula for ID peak. ID peak equal to ID peak equal to IDC into 1 plus 2 pi under root 2 Bm by Vr. This is the peak diode current formula. This peak diode current is also called as source current of the diode. Okay, source current. Now draw one graph. Okay, this is time, this is your current through diode. ID is the current through the diode. Okay, this current is your ID peak. What is ID? ID is the diode current. And what is ID peak? Maximum diode current. Okay. Now, what is this ID peak? When your diode begins conduction, okay, when diode conducts, your capacitor will charge by drawing a very heavy current through the diode. Okay, when diode conducts, capacitor starts charging through the diode. Okay, by drawing a heavy current through the diode. Due to this, your diode current will increase suddenly. This sudden increase in the diode current is known as surge current. Okay, so ID peak is also called as surge current. Now what will happen? This is your half wave rectifier with capacitor filter. This is the diode. Okay, this is your capacitor. This is your load resistor RL. Now when your diode becomes forward biased, or when diode conducts, your diode will be replaced with short circuit and capacitor will start charging through the diode. Okay, by drawing a, in this interval delta t, your capacitor will be in conduction, will be charging. Okay, now in this interval when capacitor will charge, it will draw a very heavy current through the diode. Okay, very heavy current will flow through the diode. This heavy current is nothing but your peak diode current, okay, or maximum diode current, and that peak diode current is also known as surge current. So write down one point. When diode begins conduction, capacitor starts charging through the diode. Capacitor starts charging through the diode by drawing a heavy current through diode. By drawing a heavy current through the diode. By drawing a heavy current through diode. Full stop. Full stop. Due to this, diode current increase suddenly. Due to this, diode current increase suddenly. In very less time, the current will increase. Okay, delta t. Due to this, diode current will increase suddenly. Full stop. Full stop. This sudden increase in diode current, this sudden increase in diode current is known as surge. Is known as surge. Is known as surge. Okay. Next point. ID peak is also called as surge current. So when capacitor will charge, the current through diode will increase suddenly. Okay, the current through the diode will increase suddenly. When capacitor starts charging in this interval, the current through the diode will increase suddenly. This sudden increase in diode current is known as surge, and this maximum current is called as peak current, is called as surge current. Write down one question on this half wave rectifier with capacitor filter. Write down one question. On a half wave rectifier with capacitor filter. Write down the question. A half wave rectifier with capacitor filter. A half wave rectifier with capacitor filter. A half wave rectifier with capacitor filter. A half wave rectifier with capacitor filter is to supply 30 volt to a load of 500 ohm. Is to supply 30 volt. Is to supply 30 volt to a load of 500 ohm. To a load of 500 ohm. Okay. Full stop. If ripple factor is 0.01, if ripple factor is 0.01, if ripple factor is 0.01 and line frequency is 50 hertz, and line frequency is 50 hertz, and line frequency is 50 hertz, then calculate first point value of capacitance. Value of capacitance. And second point, peak and average diode current. Peak and average diode currents. What are the data given? It is given a half wave rectifier with capacitor filter is to supply 30 volt to a load of 500 ohm. So the DC output voltage is nothing but VDC is 30 volt is given, and RL is given 500 ohm. The ripple factor is given 0.01. Input frequency F0 is given 50 Hz. And it is asked to find out the value of capacitance. So, how to get value of capacitance? What is the formula for ripple factor of your half wave rectifier with capacitor filter? The ripple factor formula was R equal to 1 by 2 root 3 into F naught C into RL. F naught value is given C value is not given, it is asked, and RL value is given and ripple factor is given. So can we find out what is C value? Equal to 1 by 2 root 3 into F naught into R into RL. So it will be 1 by 2 root 3 into F naught is 50 into R is 0.01 into RL is 500. Okay, you will get the value of capacitance, that is 1.15 millifarad. 1.15 millifarad. This is a large capacitor, and we know that in capacitor filter or in any filter, it consists of larger inductor and capacitor. Larger inductor means in some few Henry, and large capacitor means some millifarad or some microfarad capacitor. Those are very large capacitors. So 1.15 millifarad. Next, it is asked to find out peak and average diode current. Okay, ID peak and ID average. Let's first find out what is ID average. Okay, in order to find out ID average, what is the formula for ID average? ID average will be IDC into 1 plus pi under root 2 VR by under root 2 VR, no, not, it will be ID, your formula for ID average will be equal to IDC into 1 plus pi under root 2 Vm by VR, under root 2 Vm by VR. Okay, what is IDC? IDC equal to VDC by RL. IDC will be equal to VDC by RL. What is VDC? 30. What is RL? That is 500. Then it will be IDC will be some 0.06 ampere, or you can write 60 milliampere. Okay. What is Vm? In order to find out Vm, you need to find out first what is peak to peak ripple voltage. Okay, in order to get Vm, first let's find out what is VR. VR is IDC by F naught C. So what is IDC? IDC is 0.06 ampere divided by 50 into capacitance value is your 1.15 millifarad. Okay, if you will calculate, your peak to peak ripple voltage will be 1.04 volt. 1.04 volt. This is your VR. My interest is to find out what is Vm. What is VDC? VDC is Vm minus VR by 2. So what will be Vm? Vm will be VDC plus VR by 2. What is VDC? VDC is 30. So 30 plus 1.04 by 2. So it will be 30.52 volt. Your Vm is 30.52 volt. So you first calculate. In order to find out what is ID average, I require what is IDC, and to get IDC I will be using IDC equal to VDC by RL. Okay, I will get 0.06. Then I need what is VR. Okay, VR will be IDC by F naught C, which will be 1.04 volt, and to get Vm I will be using VDC equal to Vm minus VR by 2. Then Vm will be VDC plus VR by 2, that will be 30.52 volt. Then substitute here IDC equal to 0.06 into 1 plus pi into under root of 2 Vm. What is Vm? 30.52 volt divided by what is VR? VR is 1.04 volt. If we will calculate, your ID average will be 1.5 ampere. 1.5 ampere. I need the second. This is the first answer. Okay. Second question is, what is ID peak? What is the maximum current through the diode? The formula for ID peak is IDC into 1 plus 2 pi under root 2 Vm by Vr. What is IDC? IDC is 0.06 ampere into 1 plus 2 pi into under root 2 Vm, that is 30.52, divided by Vr, that is 1.04. Then it will be, ID peak will be 2.95 ampere. 2.95 ampere. This is the answer to the second question. ID peak and ID average. Average diode current is 1.5 ampere and maximum diode current is 2.95 ampere. I'll write down one note. When capacitor is used as filter, in half wave rectifier, first point, diode should have greater current rating. Because peak diode current or surge current is very strong. Okay. Second point, diode should have greater voltage rating. Or greater breakdown voltage. Because peak inverse voltage becomes 2 Vm. Now you see your peak diode current becoming 2.95 ampere, which is a very strong value. Okay, which is in ampere. So diode, the maximum current through the diode is 2.95 ampere. So first point is saying that diode should have greater current rating. So means diode should allow a larger amount of current, then otherwise diode will be damaged. And about second point, diode should have greater breakdown voltage because peak inverse voltage becomes 2 Vm. In the special case of your half wave rectifier where RL was not connected, the voltage across the diode in reverse bias, and that is particularly peak inverse voltage, maximum reverse voltage was 2 Vm. When RL was not present, peak inverse voltage becoming 2 Vm. If peak inverse voltage becoming 2 Vm, that means the breakdown voltage should be greater than 2 Vm. That's why the second point is saying that when capacitor is used as filter in half wave rectifier, the diode should have greater breakdown voltage because peak inverse voltage becoming 2 Vm. Okay, becoming 2 Vm. take another question about under this half wave rectifier with capacitor filter. Take next question. A half wave rectifier uses a capacitor of 200 microfarad in parallel to a load of 2 kilo ohm. A half wave rectifier uses a capacitor of 200 microfarad in parallel to a load of 2 kilo ohm, full stop. If average output voltage is 40 volt, and line frequency is 60 hertz calculate, full stop, calculate first point peak to peak ripple. First point peak to peak ripple, nothing but peak to peak ripple voltage. Second point, ripple factor. Third point, angle of conduction. Fourth point, duty cycle of the diode. What are the data given? Given that half wave rectifier uses a capacitor of 200 microfarad in parallel to a load of 2 kilo ohm. RL is 2 kilo ohm, and full stop. If average output voltage is 40 volt, that is VDC is 40 volt, and line frequency is 60 hertz. Line frequency nothing but input frequency, 60 hertz. Calculate peak to peak ripple voltage. First point. How to get peak to peak ripple voltage? First point, peak to peak ripple voltage. Peak to peak ripple nothing but this is your output waveform. Okay, output waveform, peak to peak ripple nothing but peak to peak ripple voltage. What is this? VR. So what is VR? VR is IDC into 1 plus pi under root 2 Vm by VR. How to get IDC? IDC equal to BDC by RL. What is BDC? 40. What is RL? 2 kilo ohm. That is 20 milliampere. I'm sorry, this is not the formula for. The formula for BR is IDC by F naught C. Okay, what is IDC? 20 milliampere divided by 60 into capacitance value is 200 microfarad. 200 in 200 microfarad. 200 microfarad. Okay, if you will calculate, it will be peak to peak ripple voltage will be 1.67 volt. 1.67 volt. Second point is ripple factor. Ripple factor R equal to 1 by 2 root 3 F naught C into RL. 1 by 2 root 3, what is F naught value? 60. C, that is 200 into 10 power minus 6 into RL is 2 kilo ohm, 2 into 10 power 3. Then this value will be, the ripple factor will be 0.012. 0.012. Third point, angle of conduction. Angle of conduction formula is omega naught delta T equal to under root 2 VR by VA. 2 VR by VA. 2 into, what is VR value? 1.67 volt by Vm. What is Vm? Vm is not given, we have to calculate. So BDC equal to Vm minus VR by 2. So Vm will be equal to BDC plus VR by 2. What is BDC? BDC is your 40 volt. What is VR? VR is 1.67 volt. 1.67 by 2. Then it will be 40.83 volt. 40.83 volt. 40.83 volt. Then if you substitute 40.83 under root, okay, under root, then it will be, angle of conduction will be 0.286. 0.286. What will be the unity? Radians per second. Omega unit is radians per second into second. Delta T is in second. So radian. Unit is radian. The unit will be radian. 0.286 radian. Fourth point is duty cycle of the diode. Fourth point, duty cycle of diode. What is duty cycle formula? Is the duration when diode conducts, when your diode conducts, divided by time period. duration when diode conducts divided time period. If you want to write it in percentage, then percentage duty cycle will be, what is the duration when diode conducts? This is what is omega naught delta t. Delta t is your duration when diode conducts, but omega naught delta c is angle of conduction. So you write omega naught delta t, that is angle of conduction. Angle of conduction in numerator, that is 0.286. Angle of conduction divided time period. What is time period? Time period is t naught, and that t naught is nothing but 2 pi into 100. This is in radian. This is, I am also writing time period in radian. I am writing the duration of when diode conducts in radian. I will also write the time period of the input signal in radian, that is 2 pi. Then it will be 4.5%. That means only 4.5% of the time period diode will conduct only 4.5% of the total time period. Okay, and the remaining period it will be off. So diode will conduct only for 4.5% of the total time period 2 pi. Okay, and remaining time period will be off. That is the formula for duty cycle of the diode. We'll be moving to the next heading, full wave rectifier with capacitor filter. Earlier we were discussing about half wave rectifier with capacitor filter. Now we'll be discussing about particularly center tapped full wave rectifier with capacitor filter. We'll be particularly discussing about center tapped full wave rectifier with capacitor filter. Give the heading. Full wave rectifier with capacitor filter. I will be particularly discussing about center tapped full wave rectifier with capacitor filter. This is your diode D1. This is your diode D2. Okay. I am using capacitor filter. Which is in parallel to RL. This is voltage across capacitor BC, and this is your output voltage V0. This is your diode D2. This is your diode D1. This is your VA, which is measured with respect to ground terminal. This is diode voltage, input voltage VB, which is measured with respect to this ground terminal. Center terminal is grounded. Here the input is a pure AC signal, pure AC. Number of terms on primary side is N1, number of terms on each half is N2. So N1 is greater than N2. Let's understand the operation of the full wave center tap rectifier with capacitor filter. What is the input waveform? This is the waveform for VA. This is the waveform for VB. This is your alpha. So take it instead of alpha, let's take it time t. Time t. Let initially assume the voltage across capacitor is 0. Capacitor is discharged. Let initially your capacitor voltage is 0. Now, when VA will be positive, at that time VB will be negative. Since VA is positive, that D1 will be forward biased and D2 will be reverse biased. Now, what will happen? Your capacitor will charge through the diode D1. Okay. Capacitor will charge through the diode D1. Your capacitor will charge up to maximum value of the input voltage, that is VA, maximum value of VA. Capacitor will charge up to maximum value of input voltage, that is nothing but Vm. Up to Vm. Then what will happen? VA will be in this time period, VA will be less than VC. If VA is less than VC, then what will happen? Your diode D1 will be reverse biased. Okay, D2 is already reverse biased. Okay, then what will happen? Capacitor will discharge through the RL. Capacitor will discharge through RL. And discharging time constant is very large, so capacitor will discharge slowly. Slowly it will discharge. But charging time constant is very small, so it will charge to the input voltage very fastly. But discharging time constant is very small, so it will discharge very slowly. So capacitor voltage will decrease slowly. Let the voltage reduced by the capacitor in this discharge interval is VR. How much voltage is reduced? By an amount VR. So at this point, what will the voltage across the capacitor? Vm minus VR. Let capacitor voltage is reduced by VR. So voltage at this point will be Vm minus VR. So capacitor voltage will reduce from Vm to Vm minus VR. Then again, what will happen? VB here is VB positive, but it will not conduct up to this value. Okay, VB is positive, but D2 will not be forward biased because capacitor voltage is greater than the VB. So when VB will exceed the capacitor voltage, the capacitor voltage VB is greater than capacitor voltage, then diode D2 will be forward biased and capacitor will charge through the diode. Okay, capacitor will charge through the diode, so capacitor voltage will increase up to peak value of input voltage VB, then again it will decrease because VB will be less than the capacitor voltage, so again it will discharge, again charge, again discharge. Okay, this kind of output will be, so one charging and discharging. What is the time period of the waveform? From one peak to the next peak, this is one time period. One peak to the next peak of the input value, this is first peak of the input value VA, then the next peak value is here, so this is your time period T0. Okay, so in this time period T0, capacitor will discharge 2 times and charge 2 times. Okay, so in one time period capacitor will discharge 2 times and also charge 2 times, or you can say in half time period, if this is your one time period, then from this to this value it will be T0 by 2, from this to this interval will become your T0 by 2. In this interval it will become T0 by 2. In this T0 by 2, capacitor will charge once and discharge once. So in T0 by 2, in half of the time period, capacitor will discharge once and charge once. Okay, so once it is charging one and discharging. And this is your output waveform, or V0 or VC waveform. V0 or VC waveform. So what happens when t is in between 0 to, let this time be t1, let this time be t2. Okay, T2, let this be T3. Okay, when your T is in between 0 to T1, when T is in between 0 to T1, capacitor will charge up to peak input value. Okay, through the diode D1. At that time D2 is off, so capacitor will charge through D1. When time is in between T1 to T2, when time is in between T1 to T2, both the capacitors are open circuited. So what will happen? Capacitor will discharge through RL. In this interval from T1 to T2, capacitor will discharge through RL by an amount VR. By an amount VR. So at T2 it will become Vm minus VR. Capacitor voltage or output voltage will become Vm minus VR. In T2 to T3, in this interval, capacitor will again charge because of again charge through the diode D2. This time capacitor will charge through the diode D2 because D2 becomes forward biased. So in this way capacitor will charge. So capacitor will charge through D2. So this process will continue. So you can write in one time period, in half time period, in this time period T0 by 2, in half time period capacitor will discharge once and charge once. Okay, so I can write So I can write T discharge interval plus charging interval T charge is equal to T naught by 2. I can write like this. But charging interval is very small and discharging interval is very large, so I can write T discharge approximately equal to T naught by 2. T naught by 2. Okay, here I am discussed about the operation of the full wave rectifier with capacitor filter. In the next video, we will be analyzing some formulas of this full wave rectifier with capacitor filter, like your peak to peak ripple voltage. What is this? Peak to peak ripple voltage, ripple factor, DC output voltage, okay, and angle of conduction.